Imagine Italy in a world where Germany had won the Second World War. At first, Italy would have seemed like a winner too. Mussolini smiling on the balcony, the Roman salute everywhere, crowds cheering the new empire. But the truth in this alternate world would be very different. Berlin would not have allowed a true partner. Italy would quickly become the junior member of the new order, a proud nation reduced to a sidekick. Rome might still call itself the capital of an empire, but in practice, it would be run from Berlin. Mussolini would either be kept as a puppet or quietly replaced when he became inconvenient. The dream of a new Roman empire would be crushed under the weight of German dominance. Italy would not expand across the Mediterranean. Instead, it would be assigned the role of holiday resort and olive oil supplier for the Reich. Daily life in life, Italy would change in strange ways. The famous Italian cafe culture, espresso at the bar, lively conversation on every piazza, would still exist, but with rules. Every coffee order would come with a mandatory sauerkraut side dish because German nutrition must be respected. Pizza would still be baked, but standardized. One topping only, carefully measured, with square slices arranged like a military formation. Imagine a waiter in Naples being fined because a pizza came out slightly uneven. Italian fashion, the pride of Milan, would also take a bizarre turn. Instead of elegant suits and dresses, designers would be forced to produce state-approved uniforms. Brown suits for men, gray dresses for women, no exceptions. Gucci and Prada would not be luxury brands, but suppliers of standardized boots. Even Vespa scooters, the symbol of post-war freedom, would never exist. Instead, Italians would ride Reich mopeds, identical models painted only in black. And then there is football. Italy, with its passionate fans and legendary teams like Juventus, Milan, and Inter, would still love the game, but the rules would be rewritten. Matches would begin with 20 minutes of marching music, and no player would be allowed to grow long hair. The World Cup, originally won by Italy before the war, would no longer exist as we know it. Instead, Berlin would organize a Great Reich League, where Italian teams played German ones, but results suspiciously always favored Berlin. The Vatican would also face a strange fate. In this alternate world, religion would be tightly controlled. The Pope might survive as a figurehead, but every sermon would have to be approved by Berlin. Imagine St. Peter's Basilica, decorated with banners alongside its sacred art, a surreal mix of ancient Christianity and modern propaganda. Tourism would still exist, but in a much stranger form. Venice would not be a romantic city of gondolas, but a carefully regulated museum where German tourists were herded onto boats by strict timetables. Florence would not celebrate the Renaissance, but host exhibitions on the eternal brotherhood of Rome and Berlin. The Colosseum would be restored, not as an archaeological wonder, but as a stage for political rallies and choreographed parades. Looking at Italy today in this alternate timeline, it would be a land robbed of its flair and freedom. No Fellini films, no Ferrari racing down the track, no opera filling the night air. Instead, it would be a nation of standardized pizzas, brown uniforms, and parades that never end. A place where the warmth of Italian life has been turned into a rigid spectacle, and where the dream of Rome has been replaced by the shadow of Berlin.